So when you're doing this work with folks, it sounds to me like, maybe in an ideal world, people would learn the skills that you're trying to imbue in them before even a major loss so that they're better equipped to handle anything that might come up. I'm sure, you know, even with most healthcare, people tend to be reactive more than proactive. So I imagine you get a lot of people who've been stuck and they're now looking for what they can do to be unstuck. But I just wonder if for your work continuing, do you hope to get to a point where you're even like attracting people from that standpoint of like, no, this is important for everybody to know now. Anytime is a good time. Don't just wait till you lose a loved one or something like that, right?
Yeah, in some ways, it's part of my medicine to normalize this grief work. So these grief rituals we've been doing, I just did 4 of them last month. People are starting to show up out of curiosity, which is a beautiful thing now of like, oh, maybe there is something here to release and to understand that grief isn't just about losing or somebody dying in your family, but grief can be losing an opportunity or old heartbreak you never got the chance to feel in. It could be recognizing ourselves as cultural orphans, disconnected from ancestors and our indigenous roots. It could be the shame and guilt that lies inside of ourselves for not receiving the love or being received or accepted when we are born into a certain world or a certain family. And so all these things, they leave trails of resistance. They leave gunk in our system that gets sticky along the way. And so just to normalize grief in our culture is to recognize that if we're all going to get together for celebrations and weddings and birthdays and bar mitzvahs and anniversaries, then we should also get together and do some of this grief work and recognize that like this doesn't have to be a private thing and it doesn't have to be a shameful thing. It's actually our technology of how to return back to the joy.